Well, hey there, friendships. Welcome back to another Curtis's Corner. If you are new here, hi, I'm Curtis. This is my corner, and in today's video, we are going to do a special New Year's Eve themed look. It's not going to be the look that I discussed about, because that was going to be my going out to a friend's place or having friends come over type look, just like generic, whatever. But now that we're back in lockdown, none of that's happening. So I'm gonna do a more fun look today. So we're actually gonna be dipping into 4 different palettes. We've got the Nikita X Morphe palette. We have the Coca-Cola X Morphe palette. We've got the Thirsty palette from Jeffree Star. And we've got the Cremated palette from Jeffree Star. And yeah, so if you are interested to see what kind of a look that I come up with, then keep on watching. It's my all right, so the first palette we're going to be dipping into is the Nikita X Morphe palette. Now I did kind of review this already on my channel. If you didn't see that, I will link it up there, and you can check that out. However, we're going to use this really properly today and actually try and create a look. But this is what the palette looks like. It is beautiful. I love it. The middle shade Metamorphosis is everything. I have not used it. There's only been a couple colors in here that I have used. But anyways, so first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a JS5 brush, and we're gonna dip into the shade Shapeshifter, which is right here. And that one is gonna go, oh yes, I forgot to mention, there's a lot of kickback in some of these shades. Yeah, so this is gonna go as the crease. So we're just gonna pop this in here, just like this. Nice quick little wash of color. Now because I have hooded eyes, I'm taking it right to the brow bone, leaving like this area here, the arch, open. And this is just gonna go right all into your crease area here. Perfect, just like that. Then we're gonna go in with a Morphe M441 brush, and we're gonna deepen that crease with the shade. So we're gonna go in with Seduction here, and that's gonna just be used to deepen the crease slightly. As you can see, it's extremely pigmented, which is phenomenal. So that's just gonna be tucked right in there. We're not doing any cut creases today. It's all just gonna be super natural, super glam and smoky, and just like everything is just going to be glorious, okay? Trust the process. So there we go. That's basically how that's gonna look. And then we're just gonna go back into that first JS5 brush, into Shapeshifter one last time, just to kind of soften up that edge and blend it all out. Circular motion, and there we go. So that's that. Now, on a Morphe M433 brush, I'm going to dip into the shade Temptation. So that's this one right here. This is gonna go onto the outer corner and swipe that into the crease ever so slightly, keeping it in like a basically into that outer crease, and like a V shape. That's what you want to do. See, just like this nice V shape, and just really tuck it. Tap that off, and then with a M456 brush, I'm going to go into the shade Prima Donna here with a tiny, tiny, tiny dab of Nasty, and that's just going to be used to deepen the inner pocket of that outer corner here, just like, and it's just going to make all the difference in the world. And all these colors are blending so nicely together. It's beautiful. There is a bit of fallout here from the darker shades I'm finding. Not a whole lot. It's easily removable. And then just going back in here, just kind of blend it all out. Soften that darker part by layering that previous color on top one last time. And then back in with Seduction, right along the edge of where you just placed that color. So that's that. We're literally speeding through this because it's gonna be such an easy look to do. So now what I'm gonna do is on a JS11 brush, we're not gonna be using this palette anymore. I'm gonna go into the Coca-Cola palette, into the shade Add Life, which is this gold shade right at the end here. This, we're just gonna be using to pack onto the lid all over. Really tuck it into that crease. This is basically gonna be our base for the second color that we're going to be putting up there. So it's okay if it doesn't really like show up, because as I said, it is our base. And yeah, you just need all the gold. So now that that is on, we're going to switch over to the Thirsty palette. And just on the other side of the brush, we're gonna dip into the shade Filthy Rich. And we're gonna just put this all over top of that Add Life shade. And you have something that kind of looks like that. I love it. I love how that turned out. Perfect. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I'm gonna go and dip into the shade Stroke from the Thirsty palette, which is this shade right here. And it's gonna go onto an M410 brush. We're gonna run this along the lower lash line as close as you can to the lash line itself. And then on a JS12 brush, we're gonna go back into the Coca-Cola palette and we're gonna smoke it out with the shade Real Thing, which is this one right here. And this will just connect it to the top. So just kind of like right at that edge where you just placed that last color, and smoke it right into that shade over here. All right, on an M431 brush, we're gonna go into the shade Divine, which is this silver color right here. That's gonna be our inner corner highlight and our highlight for our brow bone. I'm gonna just bring it down onto the lower lash line slightly. Do you see that? Do you see how wonderful that looks? Really tap it off just to really get into that. You don't want it super intense on the brow, but just enough to kind of like really define it. All right, now I'm gonna replicate this eye onto the other eye off camera. I'm also going to go and dip into the Cremated palette to kind of give myself a like a wing of liner using the shade Hearse, which is this matte black one in the top corner here. So I'm going to be using that. And I will be back with the finished look, and we'll discuss what kind of a little lippy we do. Stay tuned. All right, bitches, I'm back. I managed to get some eyelashes on, and I think I'm gonna actually use this technique all the time to get my eyelashes on. So I just used a M158 brush. As you can see, it's got the black on it from the Cremated palette, and I just kind of like did my wing. And then I went in with, what did I go in with? This one, a JS14 brush. I went with a JS14 brush into the actual lash glue, which is black. And I lined it just along the lash line and then put the lashes on. And I found that worked so incredibly well. So I'm going to do that, I think, from now on. This could be just a one-time thing, but who knows. I use the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, as well as the e.l.f. Length and Volume Mascara. And for my eyeliner, I use the No Budge retractable liner in black, also from e.l.f. For our lips today, I thought I would choose just a nice simple nude lip. So I've got the Bodyography lip pencil in the shade Pouty, which I have used before. I've got Jeffree Star Cosmetics Gemini, as well as Beauty X Boo Mystic Gloss. And yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly apply these. Oh, this is more pink than I expected. It doesn't look pink though. It's very nude here, but oh well. Gotta fix my lip shape. Okay, so I think that's good for that. We're gonna go in with Gemini now. Smells like root beer, love that. Oh god, this formula. Actually, that's not a bad match. I was a little worried. That's a good match. All right, and then Mystic Gloss. That is my final look, all complete. Hopefully you did enjoy the way that this makeup look turned out. I think it looks amazing. Probably, I think, one of my best that I've ever done so far. So, if you did enjoy how this New Year's Eve ready to go glam party look, that's a mouthful, turned out, be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I put videos out every single week, and hit that notification bell so that way you know when I post a brand new video. I am off to take a couple pictures and film some more TikToks with this look, and then I will see you on the next one. But until then, goodbye, friendships.